Hello and welcome back to Loquitur Gaming. I'm continuing on playing Role Player Adventures. I'm going to play Adventure 7. It is called Ghost Eaters of the Forgotten Forest. But I got to finish up from last time. I've decided what I'm going to do with my experience. I'm not going to mess with the market. I've only got 1 gold. So I've got 9 experience here to increase my combat dice to 5. And I've got 11 here to get another bonus play token. So we're at 5 on both of those limits. I'm going to spend 3 on an attribute point for both people, and 1 for a hit point. So we'll go to 21 health. And I think I'm going to take dexterity over here. So that's a 3. And I'll take constitution over here to make that a 3 and go to 21 health. Okay, so the only other setup thing I think is to randomize these things here. And we'll just have them go in that direction. So we've got 2 backstory events here. Both of them are for our construct Kieran, I guess. They will both be the conclusions of the backstories, I believe, because they're the last adventures that are marked down here. So we'll see how that plays out. I think we're ready to go. We are still running away from being fugitives from breaking out of prison. Your adventure begins. After your encounter with Elsephor in Boggroot Swamp, you flee along Stonespine Ridge to Falandor at the edge of the Forgotten Forest, where you hope to find the lost castle, Carnival, and hide from the gangs of bounty hunters on your trail. Falandor's streets are silent. You creep forward with care. As you approach the city center, you are shocked to see hundreds of spirits wandering in and out of shops and drifting in slow circles through the crumbling market square. Only one living soul stands among them, a human woman with a simple wooden staff. She calls you forward and introduces herself as Xaereth. Xaereth? Her forehead is marked in black ash with the eye of the starlit door. Slayer of King Taron and traitor to the crown, she says, smiling. Welcome to Falandor. There's something I would like to show you. Place your party marker on A and read entry A. I got the XP out there, yeah. Collect the XP from the location. Xaereth guides you through Falandor's winding streets, stopping only when you reach a large group of spirits gathered at the forest edge. Staring into the crowd, you are shocked to see the ghost of King Taron among them. Last you saw him, the king was still alive, having escaped into a rift. Taron opens his mouth as if to speak, but no sound escapes his lips. A faint floating ball with several dozen eyes emerges from the alley. It drifts over the city streets, casting a long shadow. Spirits scatter in fright. The creature's pale skin reveals bulging blue veins twisting into a tight ball at its center. White tentacles extend outward from its core. That's the picture on the front of the book. Ghost eaters, Xaereth tells you. Don't interfere. I've been studying these creatures for weeks. As she says this, the disembodied head wraps its tentacles around the spirit of the king. Observe the ghost eater without interfering, or help King Taron? I think we would still be loyal to the king. So A6, I mean, she doesn't want us to interfere. We've got a bunch of Starlit Door favor. Maybe we're starting off on the wrong foot here, but we're going to help the king. To Xaereth's disappointment, you charge forward, placing yourself between the king spirit and the ghost eater. The strange, disembodied head unleashes a high-pitched scream. +1 king's favor, -1 Starlit Door. If your king's favor is 3 or higher, then Each player adds 1 stamina to their strength attribute row, ignoring the usual limits. Strength, 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 strength. Skill check, Might 3. You beat the Ghost Eater back, or the creature rips your spirit from your body. That doesn't sound amazing. Might 3. All right. 3 white, 3 red, and a black or green with 8 dice. Well, we're going to go with 2 red. We can change some stuff. Let's also go with 2 white. So I'm going to take 3 from here and 1 from here. And then I think we'll go random. We can draw 4 more dice at random. We can turn stuff into red, we can turn stuff into white, but that's kind of the same die. There's some 6s on there also. I have some 6 manipulation, so just get 4 more dice. That is not great. I do have a green to any color, which is helpful. This is not good. This is not good at all. I didn't roll a single thing. Maybe green to any color to go there. We've got any color to red or white to go there. Hang on a second. I've got any color to a 6. I think I should do that first. Any color to a 6 to go there. Then I will play you know what I didn't do is I didn't get myself that extra bonus play card. I will Steadfast to change this to white. And then I have a white flip. Runic Pendant allows me to flip white for a bonus play. For that, I need 4 dice covered, and I've got 5 card plays left. Decrease a blue or green die by 1. That's not helpful. 3 or 4 to any color. Any color to green or white. I have a white and black familiar that I'm going to get out. It's a 2. That's perfect for right there. All right, so the 3 or 4 to any color to there. Or here we go. This is an any color to a 3. That's a bonus play. That's fine. Now, can I flip a red? I could flip a red. So let's change that 5. I already played that card. If I go red to any color, but then I can't go back. I've got 3 card plays left. I got to do this right. I got to get one of these done in 1 card play. Which I don't think is going to be possible. Any color to a 5. No, I need that. I need this card back. But I used it right there. I don't have something that changes blue. Five to any color. Oh wait, I need any color to a 6, I think, and then a flip. If I use this for 1, I need any color to a 6. Do I have that? I thought I did. Any color. Thought I had it. Oh, I played it already. The 2 card plays is the hard part. Three or 4. No. Decrease black or purple by 1 or 2. So what are my options of changing? I can change a red to any color, but it's getting it back to red. That is currently the problem. Wait, if I can change this and then I have a flip. Oh wait, yeah, I can do it. Okay, I can do it. So a 5 to any color. I'll change this purple to red. That's a bonus play. Then a flip a green or a red is another bonus play. So this is acting as red. Oh no, it needs to be a 6. Hang on. That's why I wanted it to be a 6. It needs to be a 6 to flip, because I have this -1. Five to any color. Oh wait, can I decrease a purple? But then I can't change it to red, right? Increase a black or purple dye by 1. That could take it to a 6, but then all of my cards are used. I need this to be able to impact 2 red cards. I don't think I can do it. Red to any color. It's the getting back to the red that's a problem. I need one more play. I guess I could Hail Mary and re-roll. Wait a minute. I don't have any more red. I have a card that lets me play something again. 3 or 4 to any color, that's not helpful. No. Decrease, no. Return a die from the dice pool bag to get 2 more randoms. Doesn't really help. I mean, I guess I could re-roll just to try and see what happens. I would need a 6 or a 1. I used the green to any color here, right? Any color to a 6 to make that a white. I think I flipped this. There probably was a way for me to do this. This is not a very good start. I guess I just got to try the re-roll. So Chain Helm on this 4. Oh my gosh. That was a bonus play for the Chain Helm. That was extremely lucky. Where is my Spiked Club? On the bottom. Okay, Spiked Club bonus play. Down to a 2. Wow, that was lucky. Discard cards back. 2 XP. Don't need to flip the rest token. A2. The Ghost Eater floats high into the air, headed in the direction of the Forgotten Forest. The King Spirit approaches you. He touches your forehead and you feel a surge of mystical energy pass through your body. Reveal rare card 5. Suddenly, an unseen force grips the king's spirit. His mouth opens in a silent scream as the force drags him into the woods. Continue A5. So we need rare card 5. Spirit's Blessing. Flip one player's class card face up. I wish my class abilities were better. This I think I'm going to get rid of and get the XP and the gold from this Dreamstone when it comes time to be able to play cards again. I'm not even going to put it in a sleeve. A5. Falandor sees few living visitors these days, Zareth explains. Besides you, I've only seen 2 expeditions. A group of satyrs set up camp in an ancient cemetery. They seek Carlival, a castle built by their ancestors. The Duntum royal family traveled due east in search of the same prize. Their family ruled Carlival since the Dragul were defeated in the First War. It would be better if neither party reclaimed the castle. A rift has opened there that has allowed the Ghost Eaters passage to our world. The Duntums will surely seek to close it. I'm studying the magical properties of these creatures, and there is still much to learn. Zareth wishes you luck before disappearing into the forest. You notice she left a small leather-bound book behind. Flipping through it, you discover that it is the diary of Lady Dorothea Duntum. Reveal discovery card 57. And then if we were exhausted, we have to mark the death track. Then we get use an item rest, move to a location. So we will have to do this, but we need discovery card 57. The diary. It's a 0-cost card, a 0-cost item. The diary. We have to do this first before we can even check out the diary. Location A is Street Urchin. You make your way through Falandor's empty streets toward the place you once called home, the Woodland Orphanage. Most of it, the windows have been boarded up, but on the second floor you notice a set of eyes peeking out at you before vanishing behind a set of curtains. Your apprentice, Mina, seems hesitant to approach the orphanage. Bad memories, is all she says. You knock at the front door. If the Street Urchin player has the personal title Murderer, we do not. If the Street Urchin player has a personal title Healer, which we do. Yeah, because we decided not to have him die off. Headmaster Range jerks the door open and beckons you inside. To your surprise, he treats you cordially and invites you to sit down with him for his afternoon tea. You've come at an opportune time, he says. The board left a small rainy day fund that has now been depleted. I have no choice but to shut down the orphanage and send the children into these infested streets. Rains takes a long sip of tea, studying you carefully. The king has declared that orphanages and other state institutions have the right to impound goods and services in times of dire need. The headmaster opens an obscure book of law and shows you the relevant passage. I'm afraid you are to be the orphan's next benefactor. Mina appears terrified. Her eyes dart around the room, looking for an easy exit. Comply with the law and help save the orphanage, or refuse his request. I think we'll roleplay it the same and look out for the kids. Street Urchin player, move your landmark to the left. We can't. I'm so sorry to make such a request, the headmaster says, but these are desperate times. He pushes a letter and an inked quill into your hands. After you've signed his receipt, he smiles. Congratulations, he says. As our most generous benefactor, the title of headmaster falls to you. After you've had a chance to put your affairs in order, the orphanage will be under your charge. The headmaster does not allow you to return to the streets of Falandor until you have agreed to return to the orphanage and assume your duties. I'm quite looking forward to retirement, he explains. Mina seems much happier once you are back on the road. Return 3 gold to the supply. Well, we don't have 3 gold. We've only got 1. Gain 2 XP. Street Urchin player record the personal title responsible. And after reading the conclusion of this adventure in the storybook, return to the Backstory Codex and read the Street Urchin end. Now we use an item, rest, or move to another location. All right, I'll swap that out so it's the right color. Let's look at the diary. So 57, it doesn't take any fatigue. You skim Lady Dorothea Duntam's diary for anything related to the town of Falendor, finding a brief entry toward the beginning. Rumors of vast ruins and hidden treasure have sent 17 would-be adventurers into the Forgotten Forest in the past week alone. We've managed to locate 12, and only after a great deal of time and effort. I'm not hopeful about the others. These woods are already chock-full of spirits, and we don't need any new members added to their ranks. Use another item, rest, or move to another location. I think we'll rest to get our bonus play tokens back after that fight, and then we'll probably just move. The cemetery is where the satyrs were, right? River Trail, Heart of the Forest. All right, so we're gonna we're gonna rest. So flip this over. I'm gonna spend 1 XP. I need a red and green. 6 and 3, so red's going to get 3, so that, whoops, 1, 2, 4, 4. And green's gonna get them all. 2, 3, 1, 3, 4. Bonus play tokens off. Spent cards back. And now we're moving. Encounter 3. 7-3. You can hear the roar of rushing water through the trees, but soon the path before you bends and the sound of the river fades. You find yourself in a small clearing. There's a young ghost sitting on a rotting log, her face buried in her hands. When she sees you, she looks up with swollen, pleading eyes. "Please help me," she says. You notice that the log is surrounded by a circle of polished white and black stones. Each seems very intentionally placed. I can't leave this circle. We can remove the stones or leave them be. Is this a trick? Somebody put them there for a reason. Leave them be is strength and intelligence. This time I'm going to leave them be. Somebody locked this ghost there for a reason. 7-18. It seems like too much of a trick. Young girl ghost crying into her hands. You decide to leave the stones just where they are. Whoever has found a way to trap the spirit here has probably done so for a reason. The ghost glares at you. Filthy mortal, she sees, her whole spectral body trembling with rage. Petulant ball of flesh, don't just stand there, move the stones. As she continues to berate you, you hear a rustling through the trees. A giant floating head covered with eyes emerges and snarls at you. Thin, noodle-like tentacles extend from its semi-translucent skin, stretching out as if to latch onto you and drain your spirit. When the ghost sees this beast, she begs for you not to let her die a second death. The creature approaches and attempts to wrap its tentacles around you. Well, so she was berating us, and now we're getting a semi-attacked by a ghost eater again. Resistance 3. Glad I rested. Red, blue, and white and purple. I'm not going to mess around this time. I'm just going to get, I can only get 2 blue. And I'll get 2 red. Wow, this isn't good. That's 5. I'm at 9 already. I can get my bear. I can get some blue from one of my other familiars also. Four random, because this is a dice limit 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have too much of a way to change stuff to blue. Well, we got a blue 3. I can do an any color to a 3. I should probably do that on this 4 to go here. I got a red I got a red flippy somewhere, I think. It's red and green flipped. I got another red or green flip in here somewhere. Any color to a 6. I'm just going to do these as I can to cover stuff because I need to. I got a green to any color to cover that one. Okay, things are happening. Things are happening. Anything to a red or white. What was I looking for? Oh, another red flip. Another red flip. I got another green or blue flip there. Okay, so I think we're fine using this red flip to make this a 6. Now I'm into bonus plays. Green to any color to cover this. The 4 or the 3. I got a 3 to any color. How am I going to get a red or white, or purple or white 1? That's what I need to worry about now. If I flip this, so I don't have another, oh, I have any color, oh, there we go. I got an any color to red or white. Fine. And now, oh, but I probably need that to change. No, I probably need this to change something to red over there. Right? Decrease a blue or green die by 1 or 2. The 3 or the 4s I could change. Oh, here we go. Any color to green or white. I can do this for my second play over here to change this green one to white. Okay, now let's worry about getting this. I can do it. I've got the purple. I'm into bonus plays on both characters now. Here we go. No, that's increase. I need to decrease a purple. Do I have a decrease? That's not a spent card. Probably not. We'll just use spellbook. Would take it to a 3. No. We'll use glaive as a spent to take it to a 2. And then that's a bonus play. And I'm going to bonus play over here. to steadfast it to red. Okay, rewards are 2 XP. Flip the rest token over. Discarded. Oh, you know what I want to do, actually? Before I finish, I'm going to do another bonus play to do my Dreamstone. So return a skill. Oh, it's a skill or trait card. Never mind. This is a scroll. It's not just any old card. Ah, that's a bummer. So I might as well just sleeve this. All right, discarded cards back. Spent cards are spent. We've got way too much fatigue on this side. Only 1 over here. You hold your ground, 7-23. You stand strong against the Ghost Eater and it floats back into the forest. The spirit smiles at you. Now, she says, free me, remove the stones. No. When you refuse, the spirit becomes angry. You dare, she rages, but you decide to ignore the rest of her obscenity-filled speech. Her rant fades to silence as you travel further and further down the path before you. Soon all you can hear is the sound of the wind passing through the trees. Each player, increase your wisdom attribute score by 1. I don't think I can over here because I'm already at 4. Because my attribute limit is 4. It doesn't say to add a cube, though. Now you can either rest or move to the next location on your path. I'm going to rest, even though I didn't use a whole lot of cards. I got to spend 2 XP. Because we've got a lot of fatigue here. Bonus tokens back. This is automatically, because it's 2 dice. 1, 4. We need 1 here. Come on, I need a good roll here. 5 is not great. 3, 3, 2. 4, 4, 1. All right. That was this. Now we move to C. If you have either the keywords abandoned or satyr, no. If there's no XP, there is. Collect the XP. You hear music coming from the woods. Peering through the trees, you discover a group of satyr dancing around the crumbling tombstones of an ancient cemetery. As one plays the pan flute, another sings an accompaniment, and the others clap their hands, stomping their hooves in celebration. They place a stone at the foot of a satyr statue, and it radiates with magical energy. There's something entrancing about the music. I could join the dance, I could introduce myself in Dragul Common, or I could wait for an opportunity to steal their magic stone. I don't think I'll join the dance. I think I'll introduce myself. C4. You step forward and the music stops. Using the bits and pieces you've learned of Dragul Common, you attempt to introduce yourself. If your Dragul favor is 4 or higher, but it's negative, you can add 2 stamina to wisdom. Skill check, interpretation 3. These level 3 skill checks. White, blue. Man, and I should be checking. Well, I've got white on this side too. Okay, so we'll get 2 white dice, 2 blue dice. I screwed something up. I should not have taken the 4 out of the fatigue here. He should have had 4 left in his fatigue. So now the 4 from intelligence takes him to 8. Why did I do that? I'm just so used to filling up this, I think. So that was 2 blue and 2 white. I really wish I could buy another blue. I need to look at the rules on the 3 thing. So, matching attribute, they may substitute stamina from other attribute rows in the place of missing stamina at a ratio of 3 to 1. So it's a lot of fatigue adding up, but I want another blue die. I don't want to screw around. So I'm going to spend 3 from this charisma to make it a intelligence, and then another intelligence for another blue die. So I'm at 8 and 8 on both of the characters. That's 5. I get 3 randos. Red, red, and purple. The red. Purple, I can Ancestral Glaive down to a 3 to cover that. I can turn any color into a 3. That is not what I wanted to do. I want to turn a 3 to any color. I don't know why I totally had that thing screwed up in my head. Decrease a blue or green die by 1 or 2. Maybe I don't do that. So if I sling, I can decrease. Oh wait, it's not increase. Okay, yeah, so here we go. 3 or 4 to any color. So we'll make that blue. And then we can sling to decrease this blue by 1 to a 5. I've got a couple of white pluses and minuses. So spell book. So now I'm out of free plays. I'll just decrease this to a 5, I guess. No, let's increase this to a 4. I have a card that lets me change any color to a 5. 5 to any color. So let me tick this red one. I already played my red to any color, right? No, I played a 3 to any color. Oh, so let's do this then. Let's turn this red somewhere with spiked club and a bonus play to a 2. And then let's go digging for our red to any color. Red to any color. To cover that. And then I just need to decrease that white one. with Vampiric Skull in here somewhere. I've already used Spellbook on this side. That was a bonus play. And then we're going to have another bonus play for Vampiric Skull, wherever it is, to decrease this white one by 1. That's a really powerful card. Okay, so 2 XP. Nice, go back. Discarded cards go back. We flip the rest token. And we did the satyrs welcome you. That was just talking to them, introducing ourselves. C12. Though they smirk at your pronunciation of certain words, the satyr appear to understand you. Their leader steps forward to greet you and introduces herself as Jara. She seems impressed with your attempt to communicate, but she addresses you in Nalos Common. I heard that you were friends of the Dragul in the kingdom, she says, but I did not believe it till now. Welcome. We're honored by your presence. I am here to reclaim the throne at Carlival. The Duntum family stole the castle from my people many generations ago. If you wish to help us find the Duntums, they have a map to these woods. If you bring it to us, we will find our way to the castle and take back what is ours by right. Record the keyword mission. Title card 67. Known to Jara. You met the satyr leader Jara in the Forgotten Forest. She led her people on a long journey through the abandoned lands to reclaim the ancient satyr capital, Castle Carlival. If you have the keyword convinced, but we don't, we can either use an item, rest, or move to another location. Let's look at our diary. The diary that we have. No, it's not our diary. You open Lady Dorothea Duntum's diary to search it for any information relating to the satyr and find one brief entry. Castle Carlival was not made by any builder from Nalos. It was built by the satyr, a fact made evident by the complete irrationality of its layout. The hallways are too narrow and the windows too low to the ground. The bedrooms are either so large that one becomes lost in them or they are suffocatingly small. I've never felt at home here. Use another item, rest, or move to another location. Oh, shoot. I shouldn't have done that yet. Because move to another location was an option. I've got to do my story entry. Forgot that was there. So this is for Mentor. Mentor Adventure 7. Oops. You see more spirits wandering among the ancient stones of the cemetery, but these spirits are different somehow. They feel like they are drawn to you. They carry swords and approach you with curiosity. Heart's blood hums in its seeth. It's curse-hungry for the power of the spirits around you. You feel it vibrating with excitement as you suddenly find it in your hand. You guide your mentor's sword through the iron dance he taught you, and slowly the spirits begin to follow your movements, gaining strength. Then one makes an error, and Heart's blood reaches out to swallow that spirit. You feel its energies bolster you. You could teach these spirits the power and grace of the sword, or you could take what strength they have and add it to your own. Teach them, just to keep role-playing the way I think this would go. You're the greatest student of the master swordsman, and in mastering his skills, you learn how to share them with others. Time disappears as you slow your movements to a crawl, picking up the pace only when you see every spirit properly mimicking your action, guiding them through ever more complex stances, parries, and attacks. Sweat drips from your brow as you and the spirits begin to move as one, circling the graveyard, around and over the mounds, dancing around the stones that would be your opponents. They follow you through every move until the dance is complete. You salute the spirits, now substantial enough for you to see their smiling and grateful faces. Increase your Dex attribute score by 1 and add 1 stamina to your Dex row from the supply. Oh man, that's the one I added. Then we would read the conclusion. If you have the keyword mission on the party journal, you may use an item. rest, or move to another location. So we get another dex because it's only at 3 right now, and then we're going to have to read these conclusions to these after this is over. So we get one here, and this goes to 4. I wonder how they tuned the game properly. Like if you didn't have the expansion, because I've gotten some stuff through the expansion that I don't know if that makes it easier. Well, we don't have any other items to use. So I guess we just go. We go to the river trail. There's no encounter in between. Take the XP. The trail crosses the river over a stone bridge. Before reaching the embankment, you discover an old carriage. One of its doors has been torn off and is half covered in mud. Vines and grass coil through 3 very rusted wheels. The 4th nowhere to be seen. Rummaging inside, you find a music box. Reveal discovery card 96. Well, now we've got another item to use it, probably. Music box, and this one takes a fatigue to do anything with. Oh, I should have rested. I made a mistake. 96, music box. A small pig pushes its snout through the mud near the river's edge. It is covered with dark spots, but one in particular catches your eye. It resembles a black swan. Straying out a little too far into the water, it is swept away with the current. You watch as it kicks violently, letting out a flurry of squeals and high-pitched shrieks. You also notice something shiny beneath the mud where the pig was digging. Whatever it is, it won't long... there's a word missing. It probably should be, it won't be long before it's also swept away. I kind of screwed up a little bit. I should have rested before I moved. I got too wrapped up in the fact that I didn't have any other stuff to do. So I'm going to say I rested at the ceremony and just go through the motions. So rest, this and this. I got plenty of XP to spend. Oh, darn it. That'll throw off the ratio of dice. Where did that dice go? I'm going to have to throw in a cut and find it on the floor. Be right back. It's kind of amazing how far that rolled. All right, so here, 10, and there's only 8. 3, 4, 2, 4. Here. Ooh, 4. One, 2, 3, 1, 4, and 4. Okay. That's back. Yeah, okay. So do I want to dig out the shiny object or save the pig? Did I put the mic on? Yeah, good. This pig has been with us through this entire journey. So we were going to dive into the river and are carried off by its current. You search for any signs of the pig, finding none. The river widens and deepens as the current carries you downstream. You notice a series of underwater caverns below you. Taking a deep breath, you dive after the pig. Gain 3 XP. Reveal discovery card 40 and place 1 XP on it. Move to location F. Discovery card 40. Uh, 3 square. Underwater caverns. Okay, we have to go to F. If there's no XP, but there is, otherwise take it. You dive into the river and swim toward the underwater caves. Pulling yourself through a winding maze of limestone, the underwater tunnel eventually leads you to a rocky shore inside an enormous cavern. Many spirits have gathered here. Their blue and white spectral forms radiate with a soft light that bounces off the rocks and the surface of the water. Otherwise, the caverns are pitch black. If you have the title Bloodletter, Nope. If you have the keyword muddy, we do not. We only have mission. Otherwise, continue reading. You find the pig with a black spot shaped like a swan trampling through the shallow water. The spirit of a child sits next to the pig, laughing and clapping her hands with delight. She's not a pig, the ghost informs you. She's a girl like me. She misses her family, especially her brother Jeremy. Oh, she's so much fun. I'd rather she stay here, but she wants to find her family. Reveal discovery card 91. The pig, I think this is the same pig that's been in a bunch of the stories, right? Or a bunch of the adventures. With the black swan on it. It's a no-cost item, which is good. Use an item, rest, or move to a location. We do not need to rest. Let's take a look at let's do the diary first, 57. Okay, you open Lady Dorothea Duntam's diary and skim for any entries relating to these underwater caverns, finding one toward the middle. It was the height of arrogance for my father to allow the caverns beneath the forgotten forest to be mined for precious gems. It was only a matter of time before tragedy struck, and no words of comfort will help the families of the fallen. I hope at least that their deaths were quick. We have contained the most dangerous spirits in stone warding circles, but I fear it will not be enough to prevent them or their descendants from seeking their revenge. Use another item. So let's take a peek at the pig. You release the pig and immediately races toward the spirit girl sitting by the tide pools. The young girl cackles with delight as the pig splashes through the shallow water. The girl attempts to hug her new friend, but her intangible arms pass straight through the pig's flesh. What a silly little thing you are, the ghost laughs. The pig entertains her for a bit before leaping back into your arms. Use another item, rest, or move to a location. Yeah, there's the pig. I saw a whole bunch of entries for the diary. It's kind of cheating a little bit, but I'm going to do the diary and the pig, 57.91. You flip through Lady Dorothea Duntam's diary in search of any entry related to pigs, discovering the following. I've asked my son, Jeremy, to take his sister to the halfling town of Jolev. Several years ago, a witch's curse turned Annabelle into a pig. She still bears the swan-shaped mark she was born with, but she is otherwise unrecognizable as my daughter. Jolev is rumored to be home to a powerful healer. I pray to Azima that they can help her. Worth it. That was worth it. This should be gone, right? Because I rolled like a 10 or something. This is the one that still has stuff on it. I'm going to do the music box. I'm going to put a 3 over here and only take 2 out. Put 1 here. $96. Crank the key of the music box and open the lid. Tiny painted figurines, arm in arm, spin in a circle. The spirits in the cavern stand perfectly still when the song begins, apparently entranced by its melody. So maybe that's like a good clue for later, that the spirits get calmed by the music box. I'm not going to gain any more fatigue messing around with the music box here. So I guess we go back to the trail. We didn't really get to do anything else there. So D. There's no XP. Go to D1. You pass the old carriage half buried in the grass. One of its wheels is missing and the others are rusted with age. When you reach the river, the trail crosses a stone bridge. Okay, let's use our free items here. You open Lady Dorothea Duntum's diary and read the final entry. For all these years, the woods have been our protector. No army and no bandits could disturb Castle Carnival because none could find it. Now the forest will be our undoing. It was the spirits who took the illuminating stone. They startled our horses and knocked over the carriage. They escaped with the stone and the map to the castle. I can only hope our children one day recover them. Otherwise, our family will lose its claim to Carnival. The forest holds horrors, and we are lost without the stone to guide us. Pig? You release the pig, and she charges toward the bank of the river, digging up the mud with her snout. She reveals the top of a small chest. You pull it up from the ground and discover it contains a few gold coins. Gain 3 gold. We're rich compared to where we've been in the past. Okay, so I don't know. I don't want to keep gaining a bunch of fatigue with the music box. So I think we'll just go here to Heart of the Forest. Or should I go around to the Watchtower? Let's go check out the Heart of the Forest. So we're going to go through this encounter 4. Oh boy, if you have the title Zalek's Lost, Zalek's Executioner, Grix Spectre, or Warden's Killer. So Zalek, we're looking for a Zalek one. No Zalek. Grix Spectre. No, we have Grix Soldier. Warden Killer. We did not kill the Warden. We have Warden's Trust. All right. You hike for quite some time only to discover that the path has led you in a giant circle. There are small wooden signs nailed to many of the oak trees along the way, but you can't make any sense of them. Some point left or right, but others point upward toward the sky or down to the ground. A few are engraved with strange symbols, a flame, an owl, an eye, or a sword. You can make sense of these signposts. If you could make sense of these signposts, maybe you could find a better route through the forest. Alternatively, you could break from the path and push your way through the thicket of trees and bushes in the hopes of finding a new trail. Interpreting the signs is intelligence and wisdom. That's blue and white. Push through the thicket and find a new path is strength and dexterity, red and black. I'm going to trade these for a 5. I'm going to interpret the signs. So 7-22. Probably this one again. Yeah, you stare at some of the signs and concentrate, hoping that some new details reveal their true purpose. Interpretation 3. All right, let's go. 1, 2 white. 2 blue. I'm going to go for another white. And then 3 randoms. Haven't had an actual combat yet. 1, 2, 3 randoms. Another blue, a red, and a green. Good. I can manipulate red and green fairly well. All right, this is pretty good. 5, 3, 4, set any color to a 3. Green to any color. Maybe not yet. Increase black or purple. No, don't need that. 5 to any color to 5. That's what I was looking for. So this to a 5. Then how am I going to get a blue 4? I've got a blue 2. Where's my blue stuff? I could flip, decrease a blue or green dye by 1 or 2. No, I think I have a blue flipper. I do. So negotiate. We're going to flip this 3 to a 4. And then we're going to use Ancestral Blade, sorry, to increase this 2 to a 3. Okay, blue is done. We'll spellbook the white dye to a 2. Now we just need to set any color to a 3. And then we will change the red to a white. Red to any color. Done. So these were all discards. That actually took a bonus play on each side. So we're at 8 of 21. Down 2 bonus plays. We get our rest token flipped over. 2 experience. Dice go back in here. Okay, you deciphered their meaning. 7-39. As you examine the signposts further, a few things become clear. The reason you're being led in circles is because the path moves. The signposts are not just indicating directions, but also times of day. The flame symbol is meant to represent the sun. When the sign itself points upward and contains the flame symbol, it's referring to midday when the sun is directly overhead. It seems the path moves in regular patterns that someone once charted and marked with these signs. With this revelation, you are gradually able to make sense of the signposts, and you chart your course through the woods with greater confidence. Rest or move to the next location on your path. Resting so much is probably not like optimal play because I'm spending XP to do it. I've only got a couple of cards in the spent over there. I'm down 2 bonus plays though. Whatever, I'm gonna do it. I want my stuff back. But I'm only gonna do 1 die each because I think I'm okay on fatigue. Green heals 1. Red heals 6. That was not balanced. 3, 4, 2, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1. We need 2 more here. Bonus plays back. Spent cards over. And we move now on to, is that E? Heart of the Forest, E. If you have the keyword Carnival, we do not. If you have the keyword study, we do not. Then we do this otherwise XP thing. You enter a large clearing in the forest. Strangely, the area is almost perfectly square with the trees lined up neatly to create clean edges. The thick, dewy grass is peppered with red and yellow flowers. Zareth, the woman who greeted you in Falendor, stands at the center of the clearing next to a small black cat trapped in a cage. When a ghost eater emerges from the forest and moves toward the bait, Zareth retreats to a safe distance. The cat hisses fiercely, but Zareth observes the scene without emotion, carefully analyzing the ghost eater's movements. A long rope is attached to the cage's latch. Pull the rope and free the cat from the cage. I don't know, this is going to sound bad, but maybe if we observe, we can, learn something. Let's study the ghost eaters. Maybe it'll help us fight them later. You stand beside Zareth and watch as the scene unfolds. The ghost eater approaches the cage and circles as uncertain about its prey. Then the ghost eater's thin tentacle floats through the bars and wraps around the cat. The cat hisses at first, but then stares blankly at its attacker as if paralyzed. A few moments later, the cat's spirit is ripped from its body and slowly absorbed into the ghost eater. Fascinating, Zareth whispers. Ghost eaters can rip the souls from the living. Hypothetically, if the spirits were not consumed, perhaps they could be reattached to their bodies. If you have one or more boxes marked on the death track, E7. We have one. Zareth studies you for a moment and her eyes widen. It seems you have somehow gained Kethra's favor. Tell me, Zareth asks, did she give you a gift? If you have the title Empty Vessel, Empty Vessel. Nope. Otherwise, continue reading. Zareth fishes an orb out of her pouch containing a compressed little creature you recognize as a fiend. I'd pay handsomely to be able to study any others like it. If you have any rare cards that begin with Fiend of, you may return any number of them to the rare deck and gain 4 gold for each returned. Oh boy. I do. I have a Fiend of Confinement. I was kind of saving it for a big battle because it adds 3 red dice. But 4 gold could help me maybe finally buy some market cards after this one. Because this is on a one-time use, and if I get a card from the market, it could be multiple uses, right? Seems good. I'll get the 4 gold as long as I don't lose this gold to something stupid. So that's going to have to go back. If your Starlit favor is 4 or higher, it is 5. You can ask Zareth about her research, E4. Zareth's eyes light up, excited that you would ask. I find it curious, she says, that the dead separated from their flesh sometimes remain here in Ulos rather than traveling to Moti, the plane of death. How do they remain? Why do they remain? And what about this particular forest makes this phenomenon so common here? I've been researching these questions for many years, and now suddenly a rift to Moti opens right here. Death's own servants have come to collect these wayward spirits. What can it mean? Zareth is lost in thought for a moment, considering the wondrous possibilities of undiscovered knowledge. When she comes to her senses, she hands you a scroll. It isn't much, she tells you, but it should be of some help, I trust. Reveal 1 random scroll from the scroll deck and add it to one player's hand. Hey, hopefully this will help our class thing get better. Record the keyword study. And then we can use an item rest or move to another location. All right, so scroll. What does these even do? Oh, some of these add dice. Oh, let's get a good one. All right, I'm going to roll these dice and count that many cards down. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6, 7. Add a red die. Well, it's definitely going over here because of the ability, the class ability. All right. Let's do our free stuff. 57. You're curious to see if Lady Dorothea Duntham ever encountered Zareth, and if so, what she thought of her. You uncover the following description. There are many witches who have set up shop in Felindor, but there are a few who bring with them the notoriety and talent of Zareth the Endless, so named because she is rumored to have lived for over 300 years. When I first met her, I was impressed by her bluntness and simplicity. Bluntness. Her potions shop was clean and sparse with only a few choice items displayed for sale. She has moved here, in her own words, to be near the spirits. I am content to remain ignorant of the details of her obsession with the dead. Okay. Pig. Pig. You set the pig loose, but as soon as it sees Zareth, she shrieks wildly. Zareth snorts defensively. Why'd you bring that creature here? She asks. The pig squeals angrily and charges towards Zareth, biting her leg. Zareth gasps in pain, kicking at the pig with her foot. Get it out of here, she demands. The pig, satisfied, races back into your arms. Some history there, maybe? 7 and 2 on our fatigue. I just don't know if I want to use the music box. I rested already, yeah. I guess we'll go to the watchtower. So we have to pass encounter number 2. So this should be the place where we get our last item or clue or whatever. Do we have to go back to Felindor with the pig and maybe the music box? Who knows? 7-2. If you have either the titles Warren's Ire or Warren's Trust, we go to 7-5. I have Warren's Trust. I know that for sure. A crossbow bolt whizzes past your ear and lands in the trunk of the oak tree directly in front of you with a soft thud. You turn to discover Warden Mercy standing a few dozen feet behind you wearing a dark olive tunic that blends in with the trees surrounding her. After loading a second bolt into her crossbow, she takes aim at your head. If you have the title Rioter, we don't. We will read something else. Convince her not to fire is strength and charisma, 729, or fight back. We're going to try to stay on her good side. So it's 729. Warden Mercy grips the trigger of her crossbow with her finger ready to fire. You place your hands in the air and walk slowly toward her. Perhaps you can convince her to lower her weapon. If you have the title Warden's Trust, each player adds 1 stamina to their charisma attribute row from the supply, ignoring the usual limits. Charisma. Charisma. Skill check, Persuasion 3. Purple, red, and white and blue. Purple. Well, hey, now that I have this new scroll that gets me a red, I have that other scroll that gets me 2 purple, and we can do this with 1 bonus play token. So we're going to get 2 purple and a red for free. So let's get a red and another red. And to balance it out, with fatigue levels. I'll get a purple on this side. I mean, I've got so much charisma over there. I'll do 1 and 1. That's 5. Okay, we're gonna get the free ones. I get 5 random dice, so I think I'll just go random. One, 2, 3, 4. 5. Oh, I had another purple one in my hand. Oh well. Okay, I'm just going to move stuff up out of the way. And I'm going to use my class ability. I can move 1 bonus play token and play any number of scrolls. They do not count against my play limit. So I'm going to do Brimstone, Banish, and I might as well play the other one. Do I really need another die? I get a random die out of the bag and set it to a 6. I do need a couple 1s, so why not? Because it's free, right? So I'm going to play that one first, get a random die out. It's green. Then I get 2 purples and a red. This is a lot of dice. These do not count against my play limit. Okay. Is that really the only thing I have that matches with all those dice? Well, I can set any color to a 3. And then I've got Glaive to do that. So free cards are done over here. I have any color to a 5. Do I have a way to, I can change the green. I could flip the green and change it to blue. Decrease a blue or green die by 1 or 2. Oh, we'll do this. We'll play Sling to decrease a blue die by 1 or 2. So that takes this 3 down to a 1. Takes care of that. Now we just have to worry about these red. Oops, that was a 5. I've got a red to any color somewhere, right? Or I mean, sorry, an any color to red or white. So let me find a way to flip. I will flip the green one with Negotiate to a 1 and then change it to red with Steadfast with a bonus play. Since I'm in bonus plays already, I have any color to a 5. That's a bonus play. And then Spiked Club as another bonus play. The 2 down to a 1. Okay, 2 XP, which is good because we're going to need to rest, I think. We've got 9 and 6. That's not that bad. These are all spent cards, right? Yep. And these are all discards. I got my 2 XP already. That was a lot of dice. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Rest token, discards back. I guess not. She puts the crossbow down. 7-31. I let a traitor to the crown escape from Kullback, she sighs. In its entire history, I'm the first warden at that prison to fail. I've been tracking you for weeks. My life has had no other purpose. But now that I have you in my sights, I find that I am not equal to the task. I cannot explain it, but I am convinced of your innocence. I can't promise the same for Gundur, your goblin friend. You have the title Warden's Ire. I don't. If you don't already have the title Warden's Trust, but I do. She grasps your hand in hers and presses it tightly. You will think me mad, she says, or a fool, that I swear that I thought I saw King Terran himself in these woods. Not his body, but his spirit. Surely it cannot be a coincidence that you have led us here. Perhaps there is a way to speak to the king, to understand the true circumstances of his death, or even to restore him to the land of the living. With that, Warden Mercy disappears into the trees. We can rest and then move to the next location on our path. I got to get my bonus plays back. I want this fatigue gone. 2 dice for here. 8. 1, 2, 3. I don't know why there were 3 there. Bonus play. 2 dice for here. Big number, 7. 1, 2, 3, 1, 4, and 4. So we're good there. Bonus play tokens back. Spent cards back. Class ability flipped, finally used. And we move. That's flipped, that's good. Area B. It's gonna say pick up the XP. If you have either of the keywords deserted or duntum, we do not. There's no XP, but there is. The trail curves along a shallow creek toward a crumbling watchtower. There's a small encampment between the tower and the creek. There are a dozen or so human men and women camped here. A few servants tend to a pot of stew bubbling over a campfire. Others do laundry near the creek. A full suit of gold-plated armor awkwardly trudges through the grass in your general direction. A man's muffled voice calls out to you from the golden helm. Greetings, travelers. Please. Before he can finish his sentence, the man trips over a rock and falls flat on his face. His armor is so heavy that he has trouble getting back up. Never mind, he calls. I'll be all right in a bit. While the man struggles, you notice a woman in fine dress standing behind him, an arrow notched and ready in her bow. If you have the title Lady Emilia's Secret, we have some stuff. We have Lady Emilia's Sorrow. If you have any of the titles Lady Emilia's Sorrow, Secret Corpse, or Karina's Pyre, we have Lady Emilia's Sorrow, so B4. You recognize one pointing her bow at you as Lady Emilia. I've learned what happened to my daughter, she says, and I know it was you. Don't deny it. She kicks the suit of golden armor, keeping her arrow aimed at you. Get up, she says to the gold-plated man. He slowly rises and removes his helm. If you have either of the titles Duntum's Investor or Duntum's Return, we would read one thing. I've got something. Duntum's Return, B6. Under the golden helm is none other than Jeremy Duntum. He lumbers toward you with a smile on his face. Sorry about my cousin, he says. She's going to insist that you do as she says, but perhaps I can talk to her. You've done much for me. Lord Duntum turns to Lady Amelia to plead your case. She is momentarily distracted. You notice Lord Duntum's satchel lying behind him on the ground with a rolled sheet of parchment sticking out of it. I could help Lord Duntum reason with Lady Amelia or grab the satchel and run. That's probably like the map that the satyrs want. I'm not convinced who I'm going to help, but I'm going to help Lord Duntum right now reason with this lady. You and Lord Duntum attempt to reason with Lady Amelia so that she might treat you as a guest rather than a prisoner. If your king's favor is 4 or higher, it's 6. Each player adds 2 stamina to their charisma attribute row from the supply, ignoring the usual limit. And we got another persuasion 3 skill check. Man, if you didn't have charisma here, you'd be in trouble. So adding 2, I've got 4. This makes it 6. I don't think you're supposed to use the big ones there, but whatever. Okay, it's this one again. I mean, I'm going to use my scroll probably again, so I'll just get 2 red. Maybe a purple. And a white. And then I get 4 randoms. That's 2. Three, 4. I might be able to do this without using my class ability. So we got a purple 2, red 5. We can flip that red, I think. We can flip this white. We can manipulate both of these purples. Change this to red and then use the spike. Yeah, I don't even need to use the thing. Okay, so I've got Vampiric Skull to flip a white to a 1. I gotta have a red flip in here somewhere, right? There we go. Subvert is a red flip. I also need Glaive. It manipulates 2 purples. So down to 5 and 3. Okay, we're into bonus for here. That's increase of black die. I thought it might be. Do I have a decrease? I've got to need steadfast to change it to a red. Decrease a blue or green die by 1. So decrease the green die by 1, and then we'll use a bonus to turn it red. All right, discard cards back. 2 XP. I don't really feel compelled that I need to rest now. I still got 4 bonus plays up here. Not too much fatigue. I've got 5. I don't have a lot of cubes in my red attribute rows though. All right, anyway, let's see what happens when we successfully persuade them. Lady Emilia relents and puts down her bow. She unnotches her arrow and returns it to her quiver. Perhaps you'll be useful for our cause, she says. Lord Duntham explains. We're in search of the lost Castle Carnival and I only have this map to guide us. He unrolls a piece of parchment and shows it to you. It is completely blank. The ink is invisible, he explains. It requires the illuminating stone to work, but the stone has fallen into the hands of our enemies. Lady Emilia tells you that the satyr have the stone. They stole it, she says. Find them and bring the stone here. You will be rewarded. Record the keyword convinced. If you have the keyword mission, we need to go to B20, which we do. Both the Dunthams and their enemies, the satyr, hope to stake a claim to Castle Carnival. To find it, each group is in possession of something the other needs. To help the Dunthams, you must steal the stone from the satyr. To aid the satyr in their quest, you must steal the map from the Dunthams. Only in combination will these 2 items reveal the location of Carnival. Of course, if you were to betray both groups, you could take the stone and the map, finding your own path to the castle. That's an interesting twist. I could steal the blank piece of parchment from the Dunthams, which would be combat. I could use an item, rest, move to the location. I'm going to use the pig. 91. You set the pig loose and immediately runs into Lord Duntham's arms. Annabelle, you found her, he shouts with tears in his eyes. She doesn't remember who she is, Lady Emilia explains. The scroll we have can't work if she refuses the transformation. She'll need something to trigger a powerful memory. Lord Duntham turns to you. Annabelle is my sister, he explains. Cursed to this form by a witch's spell. If you find something that could help her remember her true form, we'd be forever in your debt. I wonder if the music box was hers. We'll take a fatigue and do the pig with the music box, 91, 96. You hand the pig to Lord Duntham, who embraces her as he whispers, Annabelle, oh Annabelle. Then you hand the music box to Lady Emilia. She loved this music box, Lady Emilia says as she examines it. That's good. We need an item she had a powerful emotion attachment to for the spell. She immediately cranks the key and opens the lid. The pig snorts cheerfully at the sound of its song. Then Lady Emilia hands you a scroll. You have a strange bond with my sister, Lord Duntham explains, gesturing toward the pig. We think it best if you read the words that will return her to her true form. Lady Emilia and Lord Duntham look at you expectantly. Cast the spell would be Constitution and Intelligence, green and blue. Or insist that Lady Emilia do it. I'll do it. B16. You take the scroll from Lady Emilia and begin reading the words aloud. It'll take extraordinary concentration to cast a spell successfully. If your Starlit favor is 3 or higher, then each player adds 1 stamina to their wisdom attribute row from the supply, ignoring the usual limit. Wait, wisdom? It didn't say wisdom. Introspection 3. It's blue, green. Yeah, there's some white down there. So our scroll thing's not going to help with blue and green. Two blue, which takes me to 10. This might have been a mistake. 2 blue, 2 green, let's get a white. Takes Newton to 10. Oops. And I'm going to get another white. And I want another blue. So that's 1 cube, but I'm going to have to spend 3 cubes somewhere. So Newton's at 15. This isn't combat, so I'm not super worried about that. So that's 7. I only get 1 random. I got purple, which I don't think is going to be super helpful. I do not have a lot of manipulation for blue and green, so this is probably not going to go very well. Well, we got a 1 and a 2 and a 3. Look at this, a 1 and a 2. We just need a blue 4 and a green 1. I should have that decrease a blue or a green by 1 or 2. So if I decreased this by 2, then how do I get this to be a blue 4? Oh wait, I have the green to any color die, or card, I mean. Wow. Okay, we'll play Sling to decrease this to a 4. And I should have the green to any color. Oh wait, no, I need it to be a 1. What the heck was I thinking? Okay, hang on. Let's turn this back to a 6. Put this back in here. I could flip the green one to make it a 3, decrease it by 2. Then how do I get this to be a blue 4? I have a 3 or 4 to any color card somewhere, right? Did I actually play this? Now I'm confused at what I did. I don't think I played this, right? Oh well. I don't have any color to green. Yeah, I have this 3 or 4 to any color. But that's not helpful. Any color to green or white. If I flip the blue, I'll flip the blue to a 1, And then, no. I've got this -2 for the blue. Which I might as well play. Any color to a 6 and then flip. I think I have that, right? Yep. Any color to a 6. And then, I don't know if I played this. Do I have another green flip over here? Nope. I couldn't possibly have played this, right? Unless this was a 4. Did I have... Whichever. I'll just use the bonus play. With negotiate, I can flip a blue or a green. Okay. 2 XP. Dice away. Discarded cards back. Spent cards. Our rest token's already up. Spell achieved. The pig has returned to her true form, B18. To your amazement, the pig begins to transform. Jeremy drops her to the ground. Annabelle's skin bubbles like water set to boil. Her snout shrinks and reshapes. Black hair quickly sprouts from her head, weaving its way down her back, and she moves from all fours to a crouch and finally to a standing position. A face and body emerge from the shapeless flesh. A young woman wearing an emerald dress with bare feet and a golden tiara steps forward. "Annabelle," Lord Duntham cries. He grasps her in his arms, sobbing. Lady Amelia turns to you. "Thank you for bringing her back to us," she says. "Please accept this as a token of our esteem. Gain 3 gold. Return discovery cards 91 and 96 to the discovery deck. I will do that later. Record the keyword transformed, and then we're at use an item, rest, or move to another location. Transformed. We're definitely going to rest. I'm at 13 and 15. I hate to do it, but I'm going to do 4. I have a feeling I'm going to have to fight these satyrs. So I want my fatigue empty. Four dice here is plenty. 4 dice here, 10, 14. Maybe I shouldn't have been so rash. I had a 6, a 5, a 4. That was 15. I had 12. Okay, I think I'm good. Three, 2, 4, 4. I should only have 1 there. I lose my extra. 1, 2, 3, 1, 4, and 1 more. All right. So I think I know what I need to do. I need to go back and steal that stone. Let me read the diary here. You open Lady Dorothea Duntham's diary and skim for anything related to the Duntham family, finding a brief entry toward the middle. Jeremy is half as clever as sister, but twice as confident. Annabelle has a sharp mind but a soft heart. She agrees with everything Jeremy says, no matter how ridiculous. I fear he will not be wise enough to rule, and she does not have the will or the discipline. But one of them must sit on the throne in Carnival when their father and I are gone. I guess we go back and try to steal the thing from those guys at the cemetery. If you have the keywords abandoned or satyr, we don't. If there's no XP, go to C1. You reach a clearing in the forest and find the satyr dancing and singing in the remains of a cemetery. A stone sits on the ground and glows faintly with magical energy. The satyr welcomes you to join them. Somehow, Jara tells you, we will find our way home to Carnival. Some of the trees here are old enough to remember us. They may guide us to the castle, unless that is, you have brought us what we asked for. Steal their magic stone is dexterity and intelligence. Use an item rest or move to another location. I guess steal their magic stone, so C5. The satyr begin arguing amongst themselves. One complains that they are wasting time and should press further into the forgotten forest in search of Carnival. Another warns that without the map they seek, they will become lost in the woods and never find their way to the castle. While they're distracted, you attempt to steal their magic stone. So Thiefcraft 3. And if this fails, I'm probably going to get into a big fight, so I want to make sure I'm not probably using a bunch of my bonus plays if it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Black, blue, green, white, and purple. So my scroll's not going to help here. 2 black from this guy. 1 black over here. 1, 2, 3. Couple of blue. Let's get a green. Not taking any chances. And with the white and purple, I can probably just chance it. So that's 6. I get 2 randoms. Let's shuffle this up a lot. Let's get some of the stuff that's in the bottom up here on top. Maybe see a familiar. Ooh, I have a black and blue familiar. Be nice to draw. I got a green and a blue. Okay, 2. 6. 2. I can get the blue 4. Decrease a blue or green. I need black manipulation here. Let's decrease the blue one to a 4. They both need to be up by like 1. I can change anything to a 6. Any color die to a 6. You know what I want to do first, actually, though? You know what I'm going to do? Decrease black or purple by 1 or 2. I could decrease this and change this to a 6. Then I'm left with just that. But I should have, at the end of this round of combat, keep a die of your choice. Yeah. This isn't combat. I can get a random dice out of the bag and turn it into a... It just comes out as a 6. Right, I don't have one that just gets me a 6 out of the bag. Increase a black or purple die by 1 or 2. could get any color of die out of the bag. So wait, I have the... So I might as well do this. I might as well use my class, because I'm going to be into bonus plays, I think. I might as well use my class ability to play all my scroll cards. And when I have this, I just might be able to do it with fewer card plays. So I get a random that just is a 6. Ooh, it's purple. So that's going to go there. That's that card. I get 2 purples and a red. Those don't count against my card play. I've got a... How am I going to set that one to the 6 again? Here we go. Any die to a 6. And this one is an increase. Okay, so we're going to set the 3 to a 6. No. We set the 5 to a 6 with the Jade Gauntlet. And then with the Unholy Flail, it increases a black or purple die by 1 or 2. Now we go to a 4. And we did it. Okay, discarded cards back. Using only 1, and because of that, 2 XP. I didn't want to use a bunch of stuff there and still get caught, and then have to do a combat also, probably. That flips that. You sneak away with a stone, C6. You place a stone in your satchel unseen and slip into the woods. A few moments later, you hear shouts coming from the Seder camp. They discover that the stone is missing and have abandoned the cemetery to search for you in the woods. Reveal discovery card 60. Record the keyword abandoned. If you have the keyword deserted, C15. Okay, we need discovery card 60. Do we rest? Illuminating stone. We can't use an item. We can only rest or move to another location. This is 5. This is 5. I'm pretty wiped out over here especially. There's the illuminating stone. It costs 1 to use it. 7 and 6. I feel like I'm resting a lot, like maybe too much. But if I get a dexterity or like an intelligence test, I'm in trouble. As far as being able to buy dice. So I'll just do 1 XP for a rest. And then we're going to move to another location. $5 for red and 4 for green. All right, so maybe I'm just spending too much XP on resting. I almost did it again. But these tests are taking a lot of dice. 3, 1, 4, and 4. We're good. Flip this. Cards. Okay. Back to them. If you have either the keywords deserted or Duntum, there's no XP, B1. Lord Jeremy and his cousin Emilia are seated in the grass near the crumbling edifice of the watchtower. They're examining a blank piece of parchment by holding it up to the light of a lantern as if there were a secret message that might be revealed. They greet you warmly, but ask immediately if you have returned with the illuminating stone. We could steal the parchment. It'll be combat. Use an item, rest, or move to another location. So we're going to use the item. That's fatigue. 60. Lord Jeremy, Lady Emilia, and other members of the Duntum family gather around you excitedly. So you brought us the stone, Lord Duntum laughs. I knew you would. I always said so, didn't I, Emilia? Ignoring him, Lady Emilia holds the illuminating stone next to the parchment, and it glows faintly as lines of black ink begin to appear on its surface, tracing a map of the Forgotten Forest. Continue to B97. Interestingly, the ink continues to move. Clusters of trees subtly change locations. Winding paths start to bend a little further to the left or right, and Castle Carnival itself seems to slowly drift across the page. Our family will not forget this kindness, Lady Emilia says to you. The Duntum family scrambles to collect their supplies, leaving the camp mostly intact. They shuffle off into the forest in the direction of the castle. Reveal Discovery Card 60. Return Discovery Card 60 to the Discovery deck. Reveal Discovery Card 20, place an XP on it, so another location. Square 4. XP. Record the keyword Duntum. Rest or move to another location. I guess we go to the castle. G. If there's no XP, but there is, otherwise, take it and read. The castle is made from obsidian and shards of green and gold glass that sparkle in the sunlight. The two giant doors of the main entrance creak open, revealing an enormous grand hall with an interdimensional rift crackling with black energy at its far end. On the floor, you discover King Terran's body, cold and pale but perfectly preserved. He's missing the pack he had when he entered the rift in Sebek. Terran's spirit enters the room and, to your surprise, re-enters his flesh, causing a reanimated King Terran to sit upright, gasping for breath. When he sees you, he scrambles to his feet. Then he removes a small golden ring from his pocket, places it on his finger, and closes his eyes. Hold still, he commands. Record the keyword Carleval. Examine your faction tracks to see which favor is highest. If two or more are tied for highest, the track closest to the top of your party journal is considered highest. So we're at 6 King's Favor and 5 Starlit Door. If your King's Favor is 1 higher and King's Favor is your highest, G2. When his eyes open again, King Terran appears pleased and slips his ring back into his pocket. I see you remain loyal to the crown, he says. Let me show you my gratitude. King Terran produces a vial from his pocket and uncorks it. A lovely aroma fills the air and you feel restored. Each player. Add 4 stamina to any number of your attribute rows from the supply, ignoring the usual limit. I don't know if I have that many little cubes left, so I'm going to turn some of these into 3s. So does that mean there's about to be a huge fight or something? You may have heard that the Immortal Knight has gone missing, the king tells you. I sent him to explore other planes and he never returned. I journeyed to Afril in search of him but fell through a rift to Moti, the plane of death, before I could make any progress. You saw the result. The king twists his torso and cracks his back. Oof, it's hard to be dead all day. If you have the keyword beetle, we don't. Otherwise, continue reading. Suddenly, 3 ghost eaters emerge from the rift and King Terran draws his sword. Kill them, he commands. Sorry, there's just so much reading. If you have the keyword Gash2, G8, otherwise G7. So before I go to G7, I need to allocate these. I'm going to put a couple in strength. I'll put another one in strength. Let's go Constitution. I don't know. There and then Constitution. I don't know. Dex and Intelligence, I guess. I don't know. G7. So the Ghost Eaters drift forward slowly and slightly apart so that they can surround you. As they stare you down, it feels as though life is being sucked right out of your body. Their tentacles glow faintly blue and crackle with electric energy. You ready yourself for battle. If you have the keyword Satyr, we don't. If you have the keyword Duntum, which we do, G13. G13. Before the Ghost Eaters have had a chance to strike, the Duntums emerge from hiding, led by Lord Jeremy in his golden armor. When he sees King Terran, he drops to one knee. "Get up and fight, you idiot," the king shouts at him. Lord Duntum scrambles to his feet, his face red with embarrassment. Amelia Duntum lifts up the illuminating stone, and its light becomes increasingly radiant. The Ghost Eaters appear confused and disoriented. You have either of the keywords wound or offense. Mission study, convinced. No. As the Duntums charge forward, their swords swinging, the dimensional rift expands. It will not be long before it consumes the entire castle. Combat. So we have Ghost Eaters, powerful but surprised. Okay. They're powerful but surprised. They are enemy 17. Powerful. They got a couple more spots on them. Let's check these out first. Surprised and powerful. During this skill check, or the first round of this combat, all stamina spent to add dice to the dice pool is returned to the supply instead. Oh boy. And powerful, yeah, that sucks. Blue and purple, 1 and 6. I have a dice combat limit now of 5, which is good. 2 green 1s, a purple 5, a white 5, a blue 6, and a white or blue 6. So putting stuff in strength was not the way to go. Purple I'm going to get from my scrolls. I'm not worried about purple. We need some blue though. We'll get. So this is the first round of combat. These are going to go to the supply, not to fatigue. So 2 blue. Dice limit of 5 though. Here we got to remember. So what does the most damage? We're going to get purple from our card. Maybe a couple of greens and a white. A couple of greens. Maybe go another blue. And that would be our 5. Surprise is awesome. Okay, so that's not great. Let's do our class ability for 1 bonus play. So let's get our random die that gets set to a 6. It's white and it's going to be a 6. So we'll just go there, have that be done. 2 purples and a red. The purples, I guess, will probably just be helping. Maybe I can manipulate them or something. Okay, let's just move everybody back into the swimming pool. Those don't count against our card plays. Increase purple or black by 1 or 2. We need a purple 5, but that's 2 damage. This is our big damage over here. So is this blue 6 right here, actually, though. Isn't that one card an increase a blue by 1 or 2? No, it's a decrease. Bummer. Well, I can decrease a green by 1 or 2. So let's say maybe we'll do that. I don't have a flip for purple. I know that for sure. No more intelligence. I could flip blue or green. I mean, I've got a blue 6 already, which covers that, but this blue is 4, that blue is 4. Red to any color. What else do I have that can make a 6? Decrease black or purple does me nothing. What else can manipulate 6s? The flipping does me nothing. Green to any color does me nothing. Any color to a 5. Any color to a 5. Maybe. Like this one. Is 2 damage. I wish I had a purple flip, but I don't. Five to any color? I don't have any 5s. Add a die of your class color. I could get another green die. Is that something to do? If I flip up, where's my blue flipper? Any color to a 6. So if I change this to a 6, maybe I change it to a 5. Here's my blue flip. Now I should have an any thing to a 5, right? Somewhere. I thought I did. Anything to a 5? No, 5 to any color. Oh, it's already being used. Anything to a 5. Well, there's a lot more damage on this. So let's think about this. If I change this one to a 5 and then use the blue increaser, Ancestral Blade. I'm just trying to cover the big damage stuff in this first round. So I'm going to start playing cards. Okay, Onyx Cube to change this blue one into a 5. Then Ancestral Blade to increase it to a 6. Negotiate to flip the blue to a 1. Let's hold off on that for now. I need my anything to a 6. That's a bonus play. You, anything to a 6. Okay, that covers a 3 damager. Now, what do I have? I can flip the green to a 4 that does nothing. Green to any color. Increase a purple or black die by 1 or 2. Takes care of my free over here. This will get increased by 2 to cover that. Three bonus plays left. Crap, whose card is this? I think it's his card. Right, decrease blue or green. Anything to red or white. I need a red 5. 3 or 4 to any color doesn't really do me any good. I'm almost thinking I take the damage. I think I take the damage. Or do I get a random and set it to 5 and then change it to white? But that's 2 my bonus plays. I probably just need to take the damage so I can get into the next round and get more card plays, right? Carry over all unused dice to the next round. I don't want to do that. So these will go in here. I have to lose an experience. And I take 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. Next round, let's get a white. Surprise is no longer in effect. A green. How can I get another green? So this is 10 and 10. That's 1 green and I need 3. This is a big cube. So what I'm going to do is, I'm at 13. Okay, there we go. And then I get 2 randoms because my combat dice limit is 5. Red and white. Okay, 1 green. I've got Vampiric Skull. Do I have a green flip still, or did I use it? Ooh, I probably used it. I can change something to green or white. Oh, there we go. I can change just to keep track. I can change that red to a green or white. That'll go there. And then I'll just Vampiric Skull for down 1. Okay. Do I want to get rid of anything for golden XP? It has to be a skill or trait. I wonder if I screwed that up last time. Spend one standard from one of your attribute rows. Decrease a die. It's a one-time use card. Or once an adventure. And it is 2 gold and 4 more XP. I'd be trading 1 card. I could probably be able to afford like 2 or 3 cards from the market. Whatever. I haven't used this card. Yeah, but I don't know. No, I'm good. We flip this back over. So we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 XP. And all of this stuff can get put back later. Spent cards. I flipped that already. All right. Defeat the Ghost Eaters. G17. You drive the Ghost Eaters back through the rift. Lord Duntum follows them to the other side. He returns with a backpack and hands it to King Terran. Immediately, the rift seals closed again. Digging through the pack, Terran finds his crown and Dergolium sack. I used my crown to open a rift homeward from Moti, the plane of death, he says. Powerful objects always find their way home. While the king busies himself with his pack, Lord Duntum approaches to give his thanks. We could not have done this without you, he says. You've restored our family to its home and to its proper rank within Nalo society. I'll return this kindness in any way that I can. Just name your price. Convince them to share the castle with others. Strength and charisma. I've got 3 bonus plays left. I think I'll just ask him for gold. I don't know if I want to do another skill check. Strength and charisma, green and purple. Yeah, with all of my green and purple like additional card or dice are in here. I'm just gonna ask him for gold. I feel like I wanted to ask him to share it, but I don't think I can. Ask the Duntums for gold. G22. Carlival belongs to the Duntums, Jeremy explains, but our family does not forget our friends and allies. You'll be compensated for your aid. If you ever have need, we will be there to fight by your side. He hands you a small satchel filled with gold coins. Can gain 5 gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. +1 king's favor. -1 to the other favors. Reveal title card 56. Duntum clan restored. The Duntums have reclaimed Castle Carlival, their titles and rank restored. They remain in your debt. The Satyr, on the other hand, have not given up their claim and have sworn vengeance against you. Oh boy. Your quest is complete. From now on, when a choice indicator gives you the opportunity to move to a location, you may instead turn to the end. I don't think there's anywhere else I really want to go. I've only got the diary as an object, or an item, I mean. So let's go to the end. And then I think it was after the conclusion. I got to do my backstory stuff. Your adventure in the Forgotten Forest has come to a close, and your attention turns to 3 pressing facts. First, that you are wanted for the murder of King Terran. Second, that the king is in fact alive and well. And third, that he seems to have little interest in having his identity revealed to the world. Strangely, he's asked you and everyone else who's seen him to keep his return a secret. I understand this puts you in a difficult position, the king tells you, but you must trust me. If you have the keyword transformed and either of the titles Duntam's Clan Restored or Peacemaker, reveal title card 62. So I have transformed and Duntam Clan Restored. Siblings reunited. Annabelle and Jeremy are happy to be reunited, but a new sibling rivalry quickly set in. You left the Forgotten Forest without knowing who would take charge of the Duntam estate. Okay, Peacemaker, I don't think we have that. Satyr Restored? No. Proud Owner? No. Duntam Clan Restored. It takes no time at all for the Duntams to settle into the castle. Indoors, they brush out the cobwebs and touch up the paint. Outdoors, they clear trees and bushes to make room for their crops and cattle. Thank you, Jeremy Duntam tells you a few days before you intend to leave. You've returned my family to its rightful home. There will always be a place for you here at the castle. If your road becomes too weary and burdensome, there are worse places than Castle Carnival to retire. With that, he smiles at you gratefully and returns to his labors. Siblings reunited. Annabelle and Jeremy are inseparable at first, each singing each other's praises, desperate to spend every waking moment with the other. Before too long, however, you notice signs of an old sibling rivalry resurfacing. Though the youngest, Annabelle, is better at just about everything, and Jeremy grows irritated and resentful, the rest of the Duntam family take sides, whispering gossip about one sibling into the other's ear. The quest to find Annabelle united the Duntam family, but her return might tear them apart. Destroyer of Carnival, Haunted Castle, Possessed, Annabelle's Revenge, Ghost Eater's Mark, no. Known to Jara? Yes. Stories have spread among the townspeople of the Satyr's return to the Forgotten Forest, their ancestral homeland, having never seen a Satyr themselves. The tales that spread are based on the vivid imagination of the locals. Jara, in one account that you've over here, is described as a 7-foot-tall beast with a goat's head and wings like a dragon. This image, of course, bears no resemblance whatsoever to the Satyr leader you encountered. Duntam's acquaintance. Yes, Duntam's acquaintance. When word spreads that you met Lord Jeremy Duntam, a number of locals begin following you through town, asking you questions about the man's physical prowess based on rumors that have spread throughout Falandor. Is it true that he can crush a man's skull with his bare hands? One of them asks you. I heard that he sliced off the head of 3 Satyr warriors with a single blow. Now he trips in his heavy armor and his face is in the mud. They refuse to leave you alone until you give a brief account of Lord Duntam's appearance and mannerisms. They appear disappointed by your candid description. Infected, but not vampire's thrall. No. Okay, conclusion. If your king's favor is 1 or higher, and your king's favor is your highest, read end 1. You and King Terran travel together for many days and many nights. You avoid major cities and inns, choosing instead to sleep in a tent far from the road so that your party is not discovered. In time, the king tells you, I will reveal myself and you will have my pardon, but for now it is best that my enemies believe me dead or else lost in another world. If you have the keyword beetle, we don't. By noon the next day, you smell the sea air and hear strange music. That song, says Terran grimly. It means they've already begun their spell. He points to the horizon where you see dragons circling a distant peak. Verendor, Queen of Dragons, is here with her brood. It's our job to silence their song. And now we can advance our characters. But we got to go to the backstory book. We're going to do Mentor first. Mentor N. You practice at dawn as you always do, and again you see the serpentine eyes in the mist. I am Nephros, she says. I know you've mastered the lessons in the Iron Dance, even my own small contribution to it. As you have judged your students, I will now judge you. If you're playing with dual backstories and your other backstory has not ended, continue to the final entry below. Otherwise, read the entry below that matches the final alignment of the mentor player. If you're playing with dual backstories and your other backstory has not ended, continue to the final entry below. It has, though, so I guess I will read Sword and Seath. Maybe, I don't know if there's if the order would have been better the other way. There's one lesson Doswalti never recorded, but he shared it with you. Choose your final battle, then set down your blade. You slide Heart's Blood into your sheath. Someday you will master his final lesson, but not today. Now that you've mastered its teachings, you will add your own chapter to the Iron Dance. Okay, so let's read Street Urchin. Street Urchin End. King Terran asks about your family lineage. You reveal that you were raised as an orphan without ever knowing your parents. You find yourself recounting your most recent encounter at the Woodland Orphanage. If the Street Urchin player has the personal title Headmaster, we have Responsible. Read End number 4. When King Terran learns of the circumstances at the Woodland Orphanage, he nods thoughtfully. You survive the orphanage, he suggests. Perhaps the children will benefit from your example. I have it in mind to appoint you as the new headmaster. Continue to Urchin End 5. Your talk is interrupted by a serpentine stranger blocking your path. She approaches quickly and gazes deeply into your eyes. If you're playing with dual backstories, no. Otherwise, read the entry below that matches the final alignment. Lawful good. Though you engaged in criminal acts as a child, you did so to survive. Since that time, you've learned an appreciation for law and order. You've not forgotten those who hurt you when you were younger, but has not driven you mad with dreams of justice or vengeance against your former oppressors. Reveal rare cards 58 and 62 and add them to the Street Urchin player's hand. Note that there are multiple copies of each of these cards in the deck. And then continue to Generations. I'm going to get those in a second. Nephros vanishes, leaving you alone with King Terran. Your childhood was not an easy one, the king admits, but perhaps some good can come of it. My mother always used to tell me that it takes a hard stone to sharpen a sword. So I think those were the same rare cards. I might try to move this alignment so that they don't get the same cards. Where did it go? 58 and 62. Whoa. Change all dice in the dice pool to the same value. Increase each die in the dice pool by 1. Okay, there you have it. That's Adventure 7. I'm going to clean up, think about what I'm going to do with my experience. I'll probably get the market out next time because I need to clean this up off the table, so I can't leave the market out tonight. So, okay, I hope you enjoyed this playthrough of Role Player Adventures, Adventure number 7, and I hope you enjoy everything I post on the channel. I'll see you in the next one.